Hello, welcome to another stream. Today I'm going to be doing the Long Dark because the Soup crew joined me, I guess, last stream. And I said last time that this game had soup in it, tomato soup. So we're going to be keeping track of how many soup we get. But this is also a really fun survival game that I did a little bit on the channel prior. But it didn't go perfectly well. Although looking at other people's first experiences with the game, I did decent enough to the point where I didn't die. And I think if I had stopped there and then continued, I would have picked it up and really figured out what to do to not die and sort of live for a little while. Although I might have died given how the mechanics work. There are certain things you have to do in the game that I wouldn't very much consider things that I would do unless I had no other choice in in real life. And also some mechanics, like if you don't know that, I'll get to it in a second. We're doing survival mode, and I've played a little bit. So I have a lot of experience under my belt compared to, say, that first time when I played. I'm not going to be referring off of any maps or any resources outside of game during the duration, and I'm not going to be saving and then reloading. So it's going to be, all the way through without any. Because this game gets really easy if you Alt F4 every single time a bear sees you, or a wolf sees you, or whatever. Either or. Anyway, I think I'm well equipped to handle Stalker victory. Hey! Troll King! Sparky! Starting this up. Stalker. So I have picked up a couple of feats. Alright, so now here's the question. Should I do Mystery Lake or Mountain Town? Both are sort of the easy zones. I could also do Pleasant Valley, but that one's honestly probably easier for me than Mountain Town, but I think I'm going to start either in Mystery Lake or Mountain Town. So I'm most familiar with Mystery Lake, and it's centrally located. Okay, we'll go with that. Let's go. Mail. Because, I guess, why not? Mystery soup. Yes. I've only got these two, which are kind of in terms of feats. I really want to get Cold Fusion and Efficient Machine. I just haven't yet. But yeah, we're going to keep a counter for every time I find tomato soup. Soup. That's a no-brainer right there. Alright, let's start this up. I'm fairly familiar with Mystery Lake, so I should roughly know where I am in the map when I spawn in. Sorta. Alright. I have a feeling. Yeah. That I will probably fare better this way. I gotta remember the, Yep. Gotta click stuff to collect it. Some stuff is kind of tiny, so expect to hear clickety-clackety. Oh, there's a wolf over there. So I think I know where I am. Yeah, roughly. The good news is if that wolf starts following me, unlike real life, as long as I don't point a weapon at it, or some kind of rock or something, it's gonna leave me alone, but it probably won't allow me to... Yeah, I knew we were in the deadfall area as soon as I saw this thing. Alright. Unfortunately, you cannot make soup from anything but tomato soup in cooking pots, which kind of sucks. Honestly, it's funny that, you know, the whole thing with soup, I was involuntarily included in soup, but I mean, I like being in soup. The memes are pretty good, but yeah. Like a lot of in like actual genuine survival, I just picked up a cooking pot there. If you have a metal cooking pot and you had, say, a rabbit or, you know, venison or whatever, we'll just boil some water, melt some snow, and throw the venison in that. It cooks much better, and you don't lose any. You don't have any problems with. Oh, I saw a wolf there, so I'm gonna have to go around. You don't have any problems with burning typically on a fire. There's a reason that, you know, adventurers, or that's not the right word, frontiersmen would regularly carry around heavy cast iron or other, you know, metal pots with them, because when you're out in the wilderness, being able to make soup's actually pretty useful. You can boil water, and you can add calories to that boiled water and make soup. It's annoying that they have so many functions in this game, but the ability to mix water and, you know, you can mix water and rose hips to make tea. You can make tea out of like 3 different things, but you can't make soup. Like, why? They're so close. We were on the verge of greatness. I think I messed up that quote. Anyway, there's a cabin roughly north of here. I actually don't know what the orientation of this map is. Probably south, actually. Because the sun's... Oh, wait, no, the sun's over there, so east, west, roughly. So this would be west. The cabin might have soup, actually. So this was a pretty easy going in terms of getting to a location to find stuff. Frostbite risk, yeah. And in the nick of time, too, finding this place. I forgot I could sprint in this game. I've been playing New Vegas, I forgot I could sprint. I also just went to turn on a light with the tab. Can't do that either. Soda, it's not soup. It's like a can, they have once contained soup. And the good news is that we can sort of sit here for a little while, because all my needs are met here in terms of, well, I'm not starving, I'm not dying of thirst, and pork and beans, not soup. Approaching soup, close to soup, but not soup. Herbal tea, can opener. Oh, this place is great. Line and usually a hook around here. Yeah. Oh, we are just... Oh my goodness. I did hit it to... Yeah, it is on Stalker, right? Yep. Because I just got everything I needed, practically, except for a fire starting implement. Wait, I can... There we go. Let's light up the place. skill book. Man, we are just hitting the jackpot with this place right now. Some more pork and beans. Book. Good fire starter. Like last time, you really need to learn the mechanics of this game, because last time I think I was like trying to light some like log or something with a match, and it kept, you know, who would have guessed, not working. But it's hard to tell what's modeled in the game and what's not, you know. Bedroll, that's also really nice. We don't have one of those already, did we? We actually did have one of those. So, I can ditch that. Another book. And a magnifying lens. So I could start a fire outside and then bring it inside to start on the wood stove. Not ideal, but if I really need to cook something, then that's what I can do. And I am actually going to grab a spray paint, because I'm not going to be referring to any external maps. One thing I am going to do is store some stuff, now that we're sort of situated. Okay. I don't know why that's like that. Weird. Basically want to store anything I don't really need, including some antiseptic. I can eventually decide what should stay and what should go, and eventually I'll use all this up. Oh wait, I have matches. I spawned with matches. I thought you didn't spawn with matches or a bedroll in Stalker. Huh. Well, shows what I know. Ah. Missed that. Much better. I swear, this game's acting weird right now. I've never had some of these bugs. I've had the one where the thing doesn't show, but the light being like that, I don't know what's going on with this. I've had some annoying bugs in this game, though. Like, for example, I could have put those 2 cooking pots on the stove, but in between uses, now I store them in some container, because I kept having them disappear for no reason. Alright, so I'm gonna head up here. Sometimes I don't think there's ever a wolf up here. There's often rabbits, which I can use for food, and hides. Eventually make a hat that would be nice to use for especially if I can't find something to fix this frostbite risk. Which, by the way, is annoying. I really have to pay attention to that. In fact, I might not spend too much time up here. Also, do I have bandages? Yes, I have 1 bandage. So, if I get a sprain, that's what I'm using. But we go here. Sprains are so annoying in this game. You have no idea. Apparently the game used to be more fun from what I can gather, although that might just be old-timers who are a little salty. The game came out in 2014 or whatever. But apparently when the game... In earlier stages of the game, there was no cabin fever, which is really annoying. And there was no spraying mechanics. So, those are both mechanics that are very unfun. Okay, I gotta remember how to use this thing. I'm so sorry! No, don't... Oh my god. I always gotta remember to put those away. I wish there was no ability to throw those without aiming. Alright, doesn't look like he has what I wanted, which is a gun. But, oh well, I guess. Probably, given the condition and given the fact that frostbite is a factor, yeah. I'm gonna head in. Maybe, yeah, get some... I get one rabbit. If I can. I'm not going to spend too much time out here. Sorry! I hate that, but it's realistic. So far, no soup, though. Which is unfortunate. I have to figure out what I'm going to do in terms of... I think the game plan now is to head inside, start a fire, and... Question is whether or not I can make it to, I don't have a weapon, so I can't really defend myself if there's wolves on the way to the Hydro Dam. Which is unfortunate. I could tear up some stuff and make a makeshift hat, I suppose. I think the first thing I'm going to do is actually harvest the rabbit. I also have no tools yet, which is pretty typical for a stalker run. So I'm still at risk of frostbite. That hasn't gone away just yet. And... yeah, I'm going to start a fire. Get some water going. And probably cook up some... Did that? Oh yeah, it disappeared. Great, fun. %75% chance of success is annoyingly low. But it's not worth the accelerant. Alright, fingers crossed. Thank goodness. Put these down and cook some rabbit. This should also help with hypothermia or frostbite. But yeah, no soup yet. It's disappointing, to say the least. Gonna make that. Eat these first because they spoil very quickly. I'm also gonna cook the pork and beans. Because I like to keep well fed. But after tonight, I definitely need to head to the other place, which isn't that far, but there's wolves patrolling. There is talk of soup around these parts. We have yet to find... I mean, would you guys call this soup? It kind of does look like soup a little bit. Pork and beans in a sauce, is that soup? It doesn't say it's soup. But I don't know. It kind of looks like soup to me. I'm not going to count it for the soup counter, but looks suspiciously like soup. Also, a lot of people who play the game would look at me like, why are you warming up the pork and beans? It's useless. Gives the same amount of calories, hot or cold. Well, yes and no. Well, it gives the same amount of calories, but it also increases your ability to get calories from other food because it increases your cooking skill. Don't believe me? Every time that icon pops up, that's the sign that you've increased your cooking skill. Oh wait, no, it has to be 15 minutes because 30 minutes left. And now, I didn't actually finish that. I'm fully fed, which is nice. I haven't really found... any supplemental foods like, I suppose you could grab cattails on the way to or from. How many cloth does it take for a improvised head wrap? Just 2 and an hour. Although I don't have a sewing... Do I have a sewing kit? I do not. I have a fishing tackle, which I don't think is the exact same for these purposes. Pass time, because I can. I got nothing else to do. And honestly, I'm gonna give it 30 minutes more and make a little bit more water. And now, I'm not ready to go to bed just yet. I'm gonna tear this up and put it on my head because I do not want to have to worry about frostbite anymore. That's just... Oh, it actually takes less time? Who would have thought? That makes no sense. Isn't it supposed to be the better implement? Alright, good on that. we're not super tired yet, so I'm going to grab some more cattails as supplemental food. I don't think I really have any clothing worth repairing right now. Ski jacket, maybe? Thermal underwear, maybe, but nah. You know what? In the meantime, I'm going to run over to this fishing hut. I'll turn around if there's any wolves, but doesn't look like there are right now, and I might be able to find some useful things over here. Peaches, not soup. But still food. Matches, I see.
That'll come in handy.
I'm gonna run to the next one as well, because I've got the light and I've got the time. Search the dead guy. He's got nothing on him. Explains why he's dead. Soda, not too. Yep, nothing good, but at least we got some things. I mean, the matches are nice. Means I don't have to worry as much about having issues lighting things on fire. I think that was the main issue with the first playthrough, is that I kept running out of matches. What's interesting is it uses the cattail stalks as the edible part here, whereas the edible part of cattails is typically regarded as the roots. I'm not aware of the dry, dead winter stalks as being edible. But it wouldn't make sense. I mean, if it's this frozen, you're not getting at the root of those plants. It's just not happening. You know, the starchy tubers are there, but like, are you seriously gonna crack through this ice? Ice and dirt? It's not as easy as holding left click down now, is it? I'm also leaving the cattail heads, because you typically have enough tinder as it is. Yeah. Oh yeah, you definitely gotta eat what you gotta eat to survive, but that motto usually applies to eating stuff like bugs and rotten meat, because you can still eat that for survival. But, I mean, for certain things, you're losing more calories trying to get at them than you're actually gaining from eating them. Not the worst first day ever, but it's annoying that I don't have any sorta. Yeah, you could just make soup. It's annoying I don't have any firearms or knives or anything, because that's what worries me. If I got attacked by a wolf, I'd have to resort to, desperately punching it, which at this stuff difficulty, I think you can sort of walk away from that, but it's not ideal. Slept for 10 hours, fully healed, and drink some soda, I guess. I don't think there's much for me to do right now. What time is it? Late night. That's annoying. Can't even research stuff right now. And there's nothing for me to break down. Except maybe... yeah, I can break that down with my hands. I think there might even be a piece of chair or something that... oh yeah, these I can break down with my hands. If I were to keep the light on as I broke those down, it would drain the fuel so fast you would not believe. In the early hours of the morning, I might repair one or two things. Okay, I do have light outside. Kind of. Oh, wait. No, it's an aurora. I was about to say, it's not time for it to be light outside. There's an aurora going on. I suppose I can show what that looks like. Kind of spooky thing. There's like a... well, that does mean I can repair something now. But I could also look at the computer. Cool. Alright, are you guys ready to see something wild? Aurora Borealis. Alright, back inside, because the animals get really angry when this happens. And they will attack you for absolutely no reason. Not like they needed a reason before, but they're even less likely to care for a reason. I have some cloth now, and I think Yeah, ski jacket repairs. Awesome. Oh, I hear blizzard noise. You better not. Yeah, I'm gonna go sleep. Although it's a lot more now. Wait, no, I gotta check. I gotta. Because it sort of like starts and then gets really vibrant, and there's like a peak. It doesn't look much different. Drink that up and make sure I'm well hydrated. Top myself off with sleep before the morning. It looks just so nice out. Unfortunately, I don't have any weapons, offensive or defensive. So that's a little annoying, to put it mildly. You don't need weapons, necessarily, but they're nice to have. Especially when animals in this game can be kind of angry. I have a rock, but you don't use those to fight off wolves. That's the worst idea ever. Because typically, it's not gonna... you're not gonna land the shot. It's not gonna make it run away, and it's only gonna make it run away for a little bit if it does. And once it does, it's gonna go right back to trying to attack you. And actually, not raising a weapon against a wolf is preferable, because it'll just sort of follow you around. Which gets funny when the AI clearly is incapable of realizing, wait a minute, why is that man with the revolver walking towards his house and then stopping? Sometimes you can just like sort of lead them to an area that's really advantageous for them to be in when you harvest them and just like cap them there. I do that a lot. Oh! He found me. And you'll see he's sort of... Music changes. Ominous. What I don't want to happen is for him to, if I can get him to lose sight of me, that's great. What I can also do is just get around him. And then continue on my way. And also, I think it's hard-coded that only one wolf will ever follow you. Which is interesting, because that's not how wolves work. Wolves are very happy to case you in numbers. So I highly doubt I've lost him now. But, oh, he's running away for some reason. Oh, probably that's the reason why. Yep. So he's just casing me. He's going to continue to case me until... I don't know what actually causes them to lose, if they lose sight of you, but they... I think they have to lose sight of you. I think they have to lose sight of you and then actually go to where they last thought you were, and then if they can't find you, then you've lost them. But in practice, that rarely ever happens. They'll just follow you across the map if they so decide. Yeah, this is why I wanted like a revolver or something. Because I could have looted that cart. I could loot this one. But honestly, I'm gonna even give this a pass. I'm just gonna head into the
Just lay down for a bit.
head into the dam. And just, yep, he's still following. Great. Oh, he stopped following me. That's a convenient time, honestly. Wasn't much in here, but energy bar helps. That's not bad. Didn't I grab 2 of those? And because I remembered grabbing one, and then I remembered complaining about not having any like, you know, padding in terms of food. But I guess I was just like not paying attention, I guess. The other thing with this this specific difficulty setting, the wolves are everywhere, even more than the highest difficulty setting. But highest difficulty setting is it'll kill you in other ways. And as you've seen, wolves aren't the most dangerous thing ever. They'll scare the crap out of you, especially if you crest a hill at the same time they do. At which point they'll just jump on you and have fun. But if you sort of catch them out in the open, even if you're completely unarmed, as long as you can just keep your distance from them, they're fine. They'll follow you around, but no big deal, really. Not game ending, that's for sure. Also, this game, you only have 1 life. You have a decent amount of health, hit points, so you can like survive outside, hungry and with hypothermia for a while, but eventually you die, and then it's over. And you don't get to choose when you save, so it's like, oh, I died. Gotta go recheck my save. Nope. Can't do that. You die, you dead. Forever.
Wonder if this is any good to eat.
Granola. So that's another wolf right there. I'm gonna check inside the dam to see if there's a revolver, because sometimes there is. And if there is, it's gonna make getting to those buildings a lot easier. But if there isn't, I should be able to just walk around the building with him following me, and then as he's on the other side, sprint over and open the door. Because there might be useful stuff in there, like clothing. Maybe soup. Knives. Things in general. Alright. We got a storm lantern here. You can break those down and get some scrap metal, and most importantly, lamp fuel, which is nice. I also don't have a pry bar, which I hope I find fairly soon. Slightly better, but not by much. There we go, now we're talking. Again, not great, but I still haven't found a single piece of clothing that's, you know, actually late game worth keeping. Revolver ammo, not the thing you need to shoot the stuff. Wood matches are actually really useful. They'll help me in the beginning to start fires with the books. I know this place like the back of my hand at this point, so I don't think I'll miss much, if anything. For example, there's a fire striker right here, which is even better than the wood matches. Frontier shooting. I'm finding a bunch of stuff except gun. Pew pew shooty thing. Which is what I really want, although I don't think you can find it around here. I think it's lower in the actual thing. I don't think I've ever actually used an emergency stem, now that I think about it. I've played a fairly decent amount. Let's crack this open. Alright, 33 is my guess. On the dot. All right. $33.33. That's the first time I've ever had a duplicate. Interesting. $33.33 and very close. 33. All the way around. Oh, how convenient. I killed my hypothermic risk. How nice. $42.
I could use this.
A single bullet and some cash. Nice. The safes often have really nice stuff in them, but oftentimes they just have, like, nothing. Trail boots of garbage. Put the light shell on though. Still nothing in terms of like really good clothing. And yeah, one of the main problems I had the first time I played was I kept making tinder plugs out of stuff that was already good for tinder. Yeah, it doesn't weigh it, it weighs more, and you can't light as many fires with it. But tinder becomes obsolete fairly quickly in the game, for some reason. Completely obsolete. I wish it gave like a +5 to fire starting, honestly. And they just lowered the base fire starting chance by 5%. Because then tinder would at least have a use, but it's currently useless once you get to fire starting level 3. So I think, yeah, let's check here. Now here's some gourmet stuff. Toilet bowl water. Honestly, if you were talking survival, if you could find a toilet that had a basin of water like that, It might not be the worst decision. It'd probably actually be a pretty decent decision, because I'd imagine that water would stay potable for quite a while. Do I have any antibiotics? No, I do not, so I don't want to risk anything in terms of... Oh, thank you, Sparky. Yeah, I don't want to risk food poisoning right now. I was like, oh, I'll have the crunchy granola bar, but no, bad idea. Still no knives, hatchets, saws, crowbars. That's nice. Bullet shooters, bows, arrows. Nothing of the sorts just yet. And no, there's antibiotics, so I can eat that crunchy granola bar at the end of this if I so choose. I'm also going to stop grabbing stacks of papers and newspaper print rolls unless they're in a drawer or something, because I'm pretty sure I have enough for starting fires.
I think I can use this.
And sprain risk is now a factor, so it means we're slightly over encumbered.
Any of this gear.
Oh, one moment. Alright, back. And still no soup. We haven't. I feel like I haven't gotten any of the things I really need, which is decent clothing, a gun, and some tomato soup. I mean, yeah, I'm getting a bunch of other decent stuff, but like,
This will come handy.
I can ditch that spray paint. It'll be the first thing I ditch if I start getting really over encumbered. Do I have... Yes, I do. So I really don't need to... I could sort of use all this lamp oil fairly... I don't want to say haphazardly, but I don't really have to conserve it too much. Oh, hi, what's that? Water. If I recall, there's never anything up here, but I check every time anyways, just in case something spawns. No, not it. Alright, now it's time to actually descend into the area where I'm pretty sure all the good stuff is. Hopefully. I think there's a wolf scarf that always spawns at one point. Which on higher difficulties, guaranteed spawns are really nice. Also, it's so annoying how you can't jump in this game. Even like the tiniest obstacles, it's like, no. You shall not pass. Suppose I could check this on the way back, but I'll check it now. For all I know, there's a crowbar here, and it would be useful. The last thing I want is to find something I needed on the way back up and have to go back and, like, ugh. Especially like a crowbar. That would be so annoying. I see salty crackers, pinnacle peaches, and no crowbar, no soup. Check over here. Sometimes there's like pieces of cedar wood around those, which is actually quite nice considering, especially early game. Actual fuel can be a little difficult to come by. Less so late game, provided you're not just burning it for leisure, which sometimes late game actually do. Cause I mean, what else are you gonna do? It's a survival game. You're in the cold. You're in the sort of Canadian freezing wastes. What could be better than a nice warm fire? Which is what I was. One of the other things that was causing me problems last time I played on stream. There's a problem of basically just constantly making, like, I looked back and I was just wasting fuel for no purpose.
That'll come in handy.
I really want to find a crowbar. Ooh, thin wool sweater. That's actually really decent. It's not perfect. I usually opt for the fishing sweater instead, but that's, you know, some people actually do use that in late game. I think it's kind of... The wool toque, though, that is most certainly a thing. The wool toque is genuinely probably something you tend to find fairly early on. You tend to find a lot of them, but that's pretty much the mainstay travel gear. That and a balaclava. Or that and two wool toques. Come on, I hate that so much. Because also, it doesn't reset it to the proper point. Like, watch this. Like, oops. I gotta go back down. It's so rude.
Excellent.
Hatchet. So now I at least have a defensive weapon. And the ability to harvest a few things. But That's not bad. Torch. At the end, there's a red scarf. Always. In fact, if I don't see it, I'm gonna, like, be very confused. Nope, there it is. Guaranteed spawn. Ooh, red wool scarf. Soup? Did you guys... Did you see Soup? Sparky, did you see Soup? Did I miss the Soup?
I'm not gonna be able to carry this load for much longer.
Sparky, did you see Soup? Where did you see the Soup? Where was the Soup? Oh. Oh, you got me, I thought they were Soup, Sparky. How could you do this to me?
Hope I can still eat.
Sardines? Still not Soup. Quality tools. I'll have to see how much I actually have. See, this is why I wanted the crowbar. If I don't find one in here, I'm gonna have to... Wool mittens. That's perfect, actually. That's... Wool mittens are so great. Soup. I'm definitely moving very slowly. Not as slowly as I've moved in this game before. Been a couple of times where I like walked across half a zone, totally over encumbered, like slowed to an absolute crawl. Honestly, kind of funny. So we have the hatchet. No guns, sadly, but we could always check at the trapper's cabin. We're not at the point yet where I have to, like, go and check in, like, Coastal Highway or something. Or I suppose I could always go to Pleasant Valley, but that's always a bit of an annoying trek. Doable, but annoying. Energy bar. No crowbar, though. That really sucks. I might do like the loop where I do Coastal Highway and then Pleasant Valley. I'm just not well versed with Coastal Highway as well. I know where things are in Pleasant Valley. I know where things are in Mystery Lake. Roughly. Coastal Highway, like, I can picture the map in my head. But aside from a few locations, I'd be kind of, like, lost. Main thing is I can't remember where the connector from Coastal Highway to Pleasant Valley is. So I'm going to pay real close attention right here, which I know is where a pistol can spawn. Around here somewhere. So I'm going to really double check this area. See? I missed a knife. It's not a pistol, but still, you know, nice to have. Hey, sup, dude? Hello, Kay. The nice thing is you can move at the same speed in all directions, so I do find myself sort of just... Once you sort of slow down, you can really scan the room. Though I do think this was sort of a dud. At least in terms of finding the main thing that I wanted to find, which was a gun. And soup. I found the knife and the hatchet. But no crowbar. At least I could defensively protect against a wolf, which, by the way, I probably should sharpen that knife right up. I do have some light left in the day, but I'm not moving at a high enough speed to actually... Moving at an angle does not go... Like, I'm moving... No, I don't think it's one of those games. I think your move speed is basically hard-coded. If you're moving, doesn't matter what direction you're going at, forwards, backwards, side to side, it's always the same speed. It's kind of weird for a game, honestly. It feels kind of... You do feel kind of like disembodied, even more than usual. Gotta remember to go back here when I have a crowbar. So I'll set that and head out. The question is whether or not I can actually search those cabins and sleep there. Would be a nice option to do. I'll put the bedroll down. Oh, I can, I'm no longer suffering from cold. So I can sort of walk on over here very leisurely. Let me see if I can... I could also potentially drop some stuff. Or just sort of eat my way through all this stuff that I have. Yeah, I like that plan. And I can't run just yet, but if the well-fed bonus ticked in, I could. I do have a lot of food, so I might actually just go inside and work on sharpening the knife and hatchet, since I only got the one so far. Later on, I don't bother sharpening the hatchet, and I rarely ever sharpen the knives. Ooh, bullets. Too bad there is nothing to shoot them out of right now. I do have a bedroll, so I can't just sort of lay it down right here and... add some clothing. Alright, what I'm wearing is basically what I've got right now. So, a lot of the stuff that's sort of like, oh yeah, these two are sort of late game stuff that's really nice. Well, not, you know, but still, fairly useful stuff. While I've got the light, I figure I'm gonna repair this stuff. I've got light, I've got cloth, and I've got time to kill, so... Alright. Priority is Wilderness Kitchen, because food. I might run out of light for this, but no, just in time. Hopefully in the morning, I'll be good for walking right out of here with well-fed bonus. Although I don't know if it takes 2 or 3 days. Whatever it is, not yet. Start ripping up the heavy stuff like that. Sleep an extra hour so I top myself off. Because I'm going to try and head back and then to Trapper's cabin. Can I sprint if I need to? Yes, I can. Although I actually didn't sharpen the knife. What's its durability at? Not terrible. It's not the razor blade that I like to have. The condition of your knife in this game actually, as far as I understand it, is like instrumental into how effective it is for actually defending yourself against a wolf. So keeping it at 100% and using other knives for stuff that would require a knife is actually ideal. You basically like pack a razor blade entirely for combat with wolves. But notice I stopped there. I wanted to see. The wolf is not here at the moment, so what I'm going to do now is harvest these mushrooms. Even if the wolf was here, I do believe I could win the struggle fairly easily with the hunting knife that I have.
All this gear is slowing me down.
And now I can't sprint. Okay. But having a large amount of reishi mushrooms, and to a lesser extent rose hips, just because it takes 2 nodes of reishi to make a 1 unit of tea, versus rose hips, which require 3 units of nodes. I guess. I don't know how you describe that, but to make an equivalent unit of tea, and typically you'll only find like 3 or 4 nodes of rose hips in an area, but you'll find like 8 or 10 of reishi mushrooms, so you just like stockpile the reishi mushroom tea all the time. And birch bark too, but mostly reishi mushrooms. That's really useful for upgrading your cooking skill and just sort of padding out your calories. Dog food. I think I found every single food item except tomato soup. Like, that's just comical, honestly. This really is a hunt for tomato soup. I have to hunt for it. I expected to find at least one already, to be honest. Like, at least one. There's a wolf there. I see ya. I could fight him if I needed to. Why are you... Part of me wants to just go. Nah, not worth it. Just gonna head back. Why did, like, I guess maybe the light? I don't know. If it catches up to me, I'll stab it in the neck, but for right now, I'm just gonna walk away. Because I'm walking fast enough that I have that luxury, so I'm going to take that as a just walk. What's unfortunate is I didn't get to search the other house because he was between me and the other sort of house trailer thing, which is a bummer. Also, could be a gun up in that lookout there. If I don't find one of the guns that I want, I think a rifle can spawn up there. I don't know about a pistol, but if I don't find the rifle or the pistol, or even if I find the rifle or the pistol, I'm probably going to check that at some point. But I think that's the next place to check. If I haven't even looked back in a while. I'm just like, yep, there's a wolf following me, snarling at me. It's angry. I'm just going to start walking. Why must you be the way you are? Man, it's so annoying how they still, like, case you. Like, man, you follow me like halfway across the zone. Leave. Be gone. Actually, stay a little while longer, please. You too. Get. Yeah, I think it's hard coded. They're gonna run away, and if not, well, I messed up. Oh, he just growls. He doesn't run away. He just growls. Interesting. Okay. Well, that's annoying. That is inconvenient, to say the least.
Never felt so cold in my life.
Alright, where's the out here? Besides stabbing one of these things in the neck. Although that's not much of an out, because then I'd have to stab another one in the neck. Oh, so they're hard-coded. Only one will chase you at a time, but the other isn't going to automatically run away just because another one's chasing you. This is annoying. I'll just loop around. Or I could try my luck going in there and then getting him to leave me alone. That'll probably work. And if not, I'll stab him in the neck. Stab in the neck time. Oh man, you did not give up easy. Someone did not like...
That blood loss.
Man, he went all the way to the, Jeez. Very rare that they don't give up immediately. Someone was not a happy camper. Alright, well, he's gonna keel over and die, so I'm just gonna head back over there. Because now I have that option. I don't know why he suddenly charged at me, but I guess he did. I guess I'm moving slightly slower than him for some reason. Maybe the only thing that was different was I just got hypothermia. Or not hypothermia, but I just bottomed out on cold. So that's a thing. Usually I find like a gun by now. I keep having luck like that on stream where I can't find a firearm. I found the rifle the first time, but I didn't find the revolver. And then on the subsequent times I tried to play, it took me so long to find a revolver. Part of that was playing in Mountain Town. Mountain Town kind of sucks, to be honest. But now I can sort of like not have to worry about grabbing a bite to eat. Probably head home to the cabin if it wasn't for those two wolves, because I'm too low HP to reliably fight another wolf. Can I I'm gonna crack this open and try to lose some weight to the point where I might be able to walk normally. Maybe? Nah. Drop that. I shouldn't linger here. Not with cold being what it is. How close are we to... not close. -6 feel temperature. Once I reach that other trailer, I should be in the clear to maybe just heal up, honestly. Or sort of do a couple activities maybe inside. Craft some prepared reishi mushrooms or something like that. Something along those lines. Although this isn't the worst off I've been. There was one time, like day one, I fought a wolf with a hatchet because I was just so done with its BS. And I think I almost died. Yeah, I almost died. I think I was at like 10% HP, maybe 5. But I think I pulled through. I was able to scrounge up a piece of cloth to form a bandage so that it wouldn't bleed out. Because bleeding out will totally kill you in this game. It does not mess around. Oh, I didn't. Why? I heard the go on, because I just didn't hold it long enough.
Could end up being useful.
Yeah, it looks useful. I just said the same thing as the character, I just realized. Should keep me a little warmer. Still no crowbar. Very sad. I'm gonna heal up a little bit and scrap a few things. Warm up. Get my condition back to not sucking. Tore some clothing too. Yeah, the toque needs repaired. That also needs repaired. Darn it. Oh, and what do you know, Blizzard? I have enough food and water to last me this day. So I'm just gonna sort of I don't know, read a book, I guess. Finish the research on that. Darn. Alright, we're out of cloth too. So, I'm gonna have to start scrapping this stuff. Luckily, sleep will cure most of this condition loss, if not all of it. I'm actually going to swap this out. That tends to degrade very, 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 very fast. I'll see, I'm going to repair that. Plus, it looked nice and bundled up. Oh, and since clearly the knife wasn't sharp enough to fend off that wolf, knife sharpening time. Because yes, you can sharpen knives in the dark. Proven fact. No further questions. So it'll get it to 90. Oh, it increased, so I think we'll get to 100 now. Yep, 100%. Woohoo. I'm going to leave the hatchet unsharpened. And honestly, disassemble this. Definitely gotta leave some fuel back at base next time. And yay, we're free! Let's find the bed. Eat up. Drink up. Go to sleep. I'm gonna run the gauntlet. Food poisoning. Do your worst. We dodged a bullet there. Let's see how many times. Dodging, dodging, dodging. Nothing. We're good. Now would you look at that? Condition's even better now. And we got the well-fed buff, which is really nice. Eat one of these. Drink up. And now we're fresh and ready to fight a gun so I don't have to stab another wolf in the neck again. Speaking of which, Sometimes they'll be like right around here somewhere, dead on the floor. I don't see him. Darn. Probably could have harvested him. It's a shame you can't, like... One of the things they need to add in this game is, like... stuff that's not entirely for survival. Like, if there's a particularly annoying wolf, and I have the ability to spend an extra 30 minutes to collect its head, and then mount that head on my wall, I would love to do that. Sometimes they're just an absolute pain. Like that one wolf that was boxing you out, didn't let you harvest or like check a spot that you really wanted to find a revolver or something in. Just take its head and add it on your wall. Oh, another knife. That is something I always like to see more of, because I like to have one knife for stabbing and many other knives that I run ragged for just using as tool knives. Knives. Tool knives. Like, you need knives to create certain pieces of gear and break down certain things or break down carcasses. I use the non-100% knives for that and just run them till they break. And then there's scrap metal, which is also useful. This path always makes me eerie, even though I'm pretty sure there's no wolves along it. I'm always like, you know, it's so narrow. Makes me anxious. I think there could be wolves at the end, but at that point it bottoms out. You'd have to be very unlucky to find one at the mouth of this river, which I might be. So, knock on wood, I guess. I'm also mildly freezing, so that's fun. Honestly, at this point, my mind's turning to, like, you know, maybe I can get some birch saplings and a maple sapling to harvest to make a bow and arrow. I think there's sometimes some around here, but it doesn't look like it right now. Because, man, I haven't found a stupid revolver yet, which is my favorite thing in this game. I love those revolvers. Are you kidding me? Walk over by the river. Go. Go, 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 go. Good doggo. Bad doggo. I will shove another knife in your neck. I don't care about that. Luckily, I'm a little bit more mobile right now. Man, I'm just running into wolf after wolf after wolf after wolf. Give me a break. Although, if you follow me all the way... might not be worth it. I think I have another bandage. But, oh, it got the... New plan. Fight the wolf. Go away. Get. New plan. Kill the wolf. Come here, Wolfie. Come here. This is mine now. Oh man, you do not give up easy, you guys. Jeez. All the time.
Need some first aid.
Oh, I have 2 units of blood loss. That's annoying. Craft some bandages. And I just heard him keel over and die. Thank goodness.
Can't feel my hands.
Man, they are just not giving up. Jeez. And antiseptic. Unfortunately, I'm pretty sure this means I can't harvest. Wait, I can start a fire. Derp.
Too cold to think.
Yeah, easy peasy. Start a nice fire. That'll keep the wolves away. An hour and 7 minutes. Yeah, we're good on that.
I can barely walk with this much gear.
Oh, it's cold, so it doesn't run down as quick. Convenient. I could also harvest the gut and hide off of this guy. Doesn't look like any other wolves around, so that's convenient. Because if I got another one, that's a difficult fight. 50 minutes. Let's see. Please. Risky business. But didn't end in complete disaster. Also, the wolf meat, I could grab it, but I'm not currently worried about calories, and that runs the risk of intestinal parasites. So, spider eggs, usually they come in like a cocoon sort of thing. You could look that up. I couldn't tell if that rock was a wolf for a second. I was like, come on, not again. Yeah, these wolves ain't giving up easy. Normally you'd, like, hit them and then they'd stop. Might just be the difficulty, or I don't know. They were basically just, they were not giving up until... They were both not giving up and giving some pretty nasty bites. Like, this is the most difficulty I've had fighting wolves ever. in this game. I guess it's good. It's one of the things that if it happens on stream, because ha 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 ha. I hear a lot of wolf howls, but they're at a reasonably far distance. Although I am reasonably attractive to wolves right now. Alright, we made it. Because, yeah, usually I would fight wolves and they'd give up after, like, 1 to 4 stabs. But these ones are like, nah. I will fight you till the end. We will never surrender. We use the Fire Striker.
Done.
45 minutes on this. Gonna need to add some reclaimed wood. And prepare some reishi mushrooms. Because that venison's probably going to supply me for several days. Which is rather convenient. These things just give so much food. And yeah, still no tomato soup. Still no soup. It's unacceptable is what it is. Next set, that's what I'm going to do. Alright, both are 45. Good. Gonna put actually all of these books in here. because I can use this one as fire starter if I need to.
Not sure why I feel so tired.
1 hour, that's too long for intermittent like that. 1 hour, come on, 30 minutes, there we go. You don't want to do anything longer than the duration. Even 38 minutes is probably gonna, turn cooked any second now. Yep. Cook these up pretty good. I'm just gonna use sticks from now on for this fire till it burns out. Also, how are we in terms of damage? Ooh, yeah, the Took took. Yeah, those took a lot of damage. I'll need to repair those in the morning, I suppose. See, that's the reason I did the peaches first, is so that I would get potentially the cooking level up for the teas. Although I probably should have done the peaches first, because I think since it's a percent thing, and then maybe done the coffees next. I don't know. I'm gonna go store all this meat on the front porch. Because, I mean, it's literally a freezer outside, so helps to not spoil. Which I thought was a nice addition. Although technically it's below freezing in here too, so yeah. -3 degrees Celsius. It's below freezing. I don't understand why. I don't understand why things spoil as quickly as they do when you're literally the thing in the game is that everything is freezing. Like, come on. Get it together, game. Grab these, and I'll make the coffee, because that's also really nice. I need water, because of course I do. I'll do an hour, and that's not going to get me to an hour, so I'll do... Yeah, there we go. How long does that take? 30 minutes. Good.
I could just lay down. Have a little sleep, right?
I'll let this go for as long as it'll go before I can, yeah. Rip up this torch right here. It only takes 2 minutes to harvest, and I'll put it in. Hopefully maybe get another reishi tea or something like that. One more thing in, you know. And now, gonna drink up. There's a piece of, drink some of that. And sleep time. Guess that wasn't enough sleep. I could drink these, but no. Back to repairing stuff. I really need to find that revolver so I don't have to, I need to find some soup too. I've been deprived of soup. I haven't found any soup whatsoever. No tomato soup. There's no other kinds of soup and none of that. It's nothing. It's sad. It's very, very sad. There is only tomato soup, but you know, I was hoping I could find some soup, you know. Haven't found any soup yet. Oh, come on. If I have to fight another wolf, these genes are gonna break. But, honestly, genes are pretty garbage. So, not the end of the world there. Gonna store all this stuff I don't need right now. I honestly think this is the most difficult start I've had outside of Interloper. I'll put that other... actually, I'll keep it around for now. Because I might need it for harvesting some more stuff. It's convenient that sleeping heals you so much. Otherwise, I'd be... I mean, I can take another wolf if I need to. I'd rather not, though. Please, no. Oh my goodness! Screw you, I'm going to Trapper's Cabin. Plus, I move fast enough. I don't need to deal with this right now. Last time I played on Stalker, the wolves weren't this bad. They were present, yeah, but they're just everywhere. Jeez. Get me a revolver, for Christ's sake. I'm really glad that I slimmed down on what I was carrying, so I can stay a distance from this guy, because there have known to be wolves over there, which is like over here. There have known to have been wolves, wolf calls, where I was about to suggest that there was. Yes, right there. Man, I think I've just like hit maximum spawns for wolves. Like I rolled a 1 on the amount of wolves that are present, and I've killed 2. Because once they start bleeding, once you start bleeding in this game, unless you put a bandage on, you die. You eventually just suffer blood loss. And since wolves can't put bandages on, they die. Yeah, this just in. Wolves cannot put bandages on. Although, interestingly, you can lead a wolf to a deer, and it will attack the deer, which is an interesting way of getting it to leave you alone. Like, get away, jeez. You just have to be able to put the deer between you and the wolf. You gotta sort of walk around, and then it'll be busy. Yeah, now it's hunting the deer instead. That's interesting, actually. Oh, nah, it's interested in me now again. That's great. What, suck at hunting? Can't catch a deer? They always sound like they're so close, too. It's breathing down my neck. There can also sometimes... I saw another wolf there. There can also sometimes be a bear around here. So I gotta be on the lookout for that. I don't think he actually comes up to the cabin area. Sometimes a moose around here. Hi, it's a moose! Hello, moose. Fancy fighting a moose? I certainly don't. He's still following me. Here's the thing. I need to make sure I don't get, like, caught up on any... Alright, we're good. You lose. Please, please be at least some gun. I do not want to knife fight any more wolves. Bullets, bullets, firearm cleaning kit. That's useful. Less useful when I don't have a gun. But it's useful, I guess. I found 3 frontier shooting guides. So much ammunition, but no gun. Why?
Wonder if this is any good to eat.
Snare. I've never liked snares in this game. I prefer just throw... Well, that sounds bad. I prefer just throw the rocks at the bunnies. Yeah, that sounds bad because it is bad. But hey, survival, I guess.
I could use this.
I'm gonna turn this off. But yes, still no gun. been really annoying. So it's like 47. 47, 8. Around there. 47, 7. And please be something decent.
That'll come in handy.
It's not terrible. But those often break when you get attacked by a wolf during a struggle. So, that sucks. Considering I have no way of avoiding a struggle. Although, that last one I could have definitely avoided. But hey, I got deer meat now. No soup, no guns, no crowbar. How fun. I suppose I could try. Yeah, I could try that lookout. I could also grab more bunnies, but I'm not hurting for food right now. And, yeah. And I haven't found any. Oh, there's some birch right there. What I could do is find this birch. Oh, find this birch, that makes no sense. Grab this birch, grab a few bunnies, try and make a bow and arrow. Sorry, bunny. I need to find a green maple sapling, but that's not the worst thing in the world. Because I need some form of self-defense, even if it's just... I mean, arrows are like the worst form. But... I suppose I'll start them drying. The bow and arrow is more for hunting deer than it is defending yourselves from defending yourself from wolves. But I suppose if it really came down to it, you could. It still does deal an appreciable amount of damage if you were to like nail them right between the nostrils. They basically drop dead on the spot. The annoying thing is you typically waste an arrow because you can't pick it back up when they... If they don't immediately die, they'll run around and then run and end up in Timbuktu, and then your arrow is gone and you will never see it ever again. Like if a wolf runs off with your arrow, 90% chance it's just gone forever. one of these. Because fatigue reduced is a very nice function. What's annoying is that it's cloudy right now. What are you running away from? Wolves don't run away from anything unless it's a bear or a moose. The only two things I know of that'll cause a wolf to run away spontaneously like that. At least the only two things that aren't the player on peaceful lore. When you're wearing that wolfskin coat or bearskin coat or bear thing, whatever. Those things that never work. One of those. But if it's running away like that, and I'm nowhere nearby, I hazard to guess that the bear's in town. In fact, I'm going to go to that cave over there that leads to Mountain Town. I'm not going to Mountain Town. I'm a little overweight, but actually that's not the worst idea on the planet. Because I have to do the rappel thing, which is annoying. The mountaineering. That sucks all the time. I hate it. But I could manage, especially if I read and burned all the books that I found, because those are one of the main things weighing me down right now. I am also carrying a bunch of fuel, a bunch of this, a bunch of that. And flares. I should start more fires with flares. I forgot that that's a thing. I usually do that in the beginning, but I sort of forgot about it. This is nice. And the campfire here. I might double back here. I'm not going to stop here because I think there might be more stuff. But I might double back. And I could always make a campfire a little closer on this end. So I love how this sort of swings back and forth. It's such a fun thing. I love it. It can get a little annoying sometimes, but I find it fun. Figure we gotta be close. And at the very least, I might not be able to bring a rifle back, but I can bring a revolver. If I find one. Alright. So what I'm going to do is make a fire, get some water boiling, make some stuff. Although, I have some time now. Still daylight left. I'm not totally fatigued. Everything's fine. I'm gonna see if I can find some stuff first. Like rose hips, or something like that. So we actually did end up going to Mountain Town. There's a very high chance of soup in this region. I'm surprised I didn't find any in Mystery Lake, although I haven't checked everything in Mystery Lake. But, like, I would expect to find at least one. Honestly, not gonna... I'm creeping up on... I'm over 2 hours at this point, so... Man, if we don't find some soup soon, we might end the stream without finding a single unit of tomato soup. And you can't make soup in this game, so that sucks. 0 out of 10. The nice thing is I have a ton of cattail stalks. Which I always use as like the safety blanket of like, oh, I forgot to grab food. I don't want to lose well fed. So I have, you know, over 3,000 calories, 5,500 calories worth of cattail stalks on me. Just in case, you know. I do like the pastel look of the clouds in this game, and the sky in general. This is just such a nice view right here. Like, this is just... Oh, yeah. Looks fantastic. So I gotta rappel down at some point. Although, do I have to rappel down, or can I just, like, fly? I think I could, if I went over there, just sort of slide down gently. And just wait to rappel up, save my strength. Not a bad idea. In fact, I know there are caves down here that I could sort of rest in. I think there's wolves too, but... Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if I could sort of slowly make my way down this cliff. I think I've made my way down worse cliffs. I don't see any wolves in the immediate area. Alright, I'm committing. And I can run, so that's nice. Not too over encumbered. Ooh, this is gonna be rough. It worked. I had big brain moment. Although I can't go back up if I needed to. So, or I'd had to lose some things that I'm carrying if I wanted to go back up. But I don't want to go back up just yet. So I've committed. I'll grab this on the way back. Part of me actually was kind of planning on doing Mountain Town and then coming over to Mystery Lake. But I guess I can make a loop like this. It's not the worst thing in the world. There's a little cave there. How quaint. See what I mean? Like, this 3 right here was, that's enough to make 1 tea versus the reishi mushrooms, which often come in, like, huge groups, and oftentimes 2 or 3 on a stump, and you only need 2 to make a tea. So, reishi mushroom for the win. That hatchet I can keep over in here. When I hit Pleasant Valley. Or, no. Not Pleasant Valley. What's the... There's a farmhouse. When I get to the farmhouse, I'll do that there. I'm carrying a lot of stuff. I think it's mostly just fuel, though. I think this is the place to sort of sit and rest. Although, further back in the cave, I usually go. Talk like Yoda, I just did. Because the ambient temperature tends to be... Yeah, only negative 2 degrees Celsius. Wow. It's like a sauna in here. Alright. Harvest this. Try to repair this a little. Please work. Good. Forgot. Flares are big matches that do not fail. They might use more than 1 tinder, but they do not fail. In fact, they don't fail so much that I'm fairly comfortable just using a stick instead of the thing instead. Still a 60% chance. And I'm already carrying so much tinder that it's not the worst thing in the world to use up more of it than 1.
Well, that didn't work.
Perfect. Now I'm starting to get into the rhythm of things. I wasn't quite there before, especially with the whole knifing 2 wolves and getting halfway to dying both times. Yeah, I wasn't in my element there, but things are looking on the up and up now. What else is there to do? Could read some books. do need to ditch some fuel. I might just leave some here. I'll wait until... I'll use that and it'll break and then I'll do it then. I'm gonna need the water anyway. Sharpen a knife. Break these down. Also, definitely should have, you know what? I'm gonna grab these and just continue melting snow because I can use the water purification tabs because they weigh a decent amount too. Use those instead. And I could always take a torch and light something. But to train fire starting, but I don't feel like doing that right now.
I'm gonna need to rest soon.
Cooking skill. Definitely gonna put down the bedroll now. Oh, need the water. Wrong one. Sounds like weather's not doing great out there. Yeah, it looks nasty out there. Yeah, I'm out of cloth too. It's times like this where in late game, I'd often just be chilling there by the fire. Because that's basically what my character is doing. He's just waiting for these things to boil. Honestly, it can be kind of nice to just do that in the game. Like, it's honestly just sometimes fun to just sit by the campfire and just relax. So are we out of that tea? Yep, no more tea packets. Time to sleep. Although, I'm gonna eat the stuff that might give me food poisoning because I have a bunch of reishi tea to potentially undo that. Didn't look like it procced. Nope, we're good. Also, the reason I do 10 hours is I'm pretty sure it might be 11 for Stalker, but I know for Interloper the maximum you can do is 10 hours before your water runs out. I feel like I had more reishi mushrooms than this, although it always feels that way, honestly. Clean up a little bit. When you put the ruined stuff in a storage container, it goes away, which is convenient for getting rid of garbage. So I'm still too weighed down to actually climb out of here, which is what I need to do. So I see bunnies. I see the climbing rope. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to drop a bunch of the fire starting materials over here. Or put it in this backpack as like a care package. It's not the fire starting tab. I'm not going to transfer all of them because I could use some of them. But, and I'm going to drop the jerry can of fuel. Right. I can hopefully climb up this thing. it's gonna be some tight margins, but I think given that I just slept... Hold on. Okay, we're good. Yeah, I have to make sure you pick the bedroll. I've made that mistake more than once. It's like, well, I'll just put my bedroll down to sleep. Man, I'm so tired. My sleep wheel is red. What's this? I seem to have left my bedroll at a random location that I completely forgot about and is a zone away. Oh, poo. I've never lost the game because of that, but I've definitely been severely inconvenienced as a result. Alright. I think sometimes there's some wolves up around there. Every once in a while. So it doesn't look like there are any in this area, but once I get up there, I wouldn't be surprised if I run into more than a few. Given how this has been going. But luckily, Mountain Town's not as bad for, I've often heard people dislike Mystery Lake on Stalker because the wolves are so annoying and so unavoidable. Which, up until now, I didn't understand. But, no, I get it now. Alright, so, here's the play. Watch this. Drink just enough. And fatigue reduce. Look how fast it drains. My goodness. Pretty sure if we hadn't done the fatigue reduce, it would have drained way faster. The margin actually wasn't as tight as I expected it to be. Oh yes, Sparky. I think I was on call with you that one time. I remember the bridge part. What part was that? I'm trying to remember where that was. There's this little store right here. Please be a gun somewhere in here. Flare shell. Energy bar. I don't think you can actually find a gun in a drawer. I think they actually have to be out in the world. Any form of firearm. But yeah, I do remember being on call with you when that happened. One of the times that it happened. It's happened more than once. Hands down one of the most annoying things to happen. It's like, oh god. Because it's not like you can go back and like, oh wait, let me reload a save back to where I wasn't stupid. It's like, well, can't do that. Alright. Here, sometimes, there's a lot of wolves. Although, I think I've been spared. So far, at least. I think you need a crowbar to actually get into this place. And guess who doesn't have a crowbar? Me. Oh, flakes are falling. It's gonna start snowing soon. Hopefully not a blizzard. Come on, crowbar. Give me a crowbar. Matches. Yeah, could be worse. That's locked up because I don't have a crowbar.
still eat this.
Thought I saw the... Actually, I'm going to close the hood because I didn't pop the trunk. Yep, requires pry bar. I don't have a pry bar. I think the back door needs one too. Yep.
I'm not sure I can carry much more.
I hear wolves. Sound like they're in the town of Milton. I think I'm gonna walk around, set up in the farmhouse. Can't remember what that farmhouse is called. But set up there. Get the hopefully there's RNG's just been messing with me right now. There's gotta be a gun in that farmhouse. Like, please. I don't think a revolver can spawn there, but I'm pretty sure there's a very high chance for a rifle to spawn. Honestly, at this point, rifle sounds pretty good. I've got plenty of ammo for both guns. So there's this farmstead over here, which is where I want to go. Weather's turning bad. Yeah. Time to stop gathering, Yep, the wolves are here. Lots of them, too. 3. Yeah, just tons of wolves. I got bullets for all yous, but I don't have a gun to shoot you with. So now the question is, this place has a key. Where's the key? It'll be kind of hard to find it. From what I remember. It's reasonably close, but I have to remember the spots it can spawn, and I might have to do it while being cased by a wolf. Hopefully not, though. I did sharpen my knife all the way. That's gonna break. If I actually find myself into a struggle, that woolly wrap would break, given how it's been going so far. I hope that it's on the... Please be on the floor of this. Not here. It can also spawn on this truck, if I recall.
Cold is making my head feel thick.
And it did. Paradise Meadows Farm. I've never actually found anything in these visors. I don't know why they're implemented, but I guess they are. Alright. thing about this game is that all the houses are your house, so just set up. Is that what I think it is? No, it's not. Darn. Yep, now I'm sad. But this is soup. We have soup. Soup counter 1. Soup counter 1. It's dusty, but it's fine. We have soup. 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 We found the soup. This isn't a completely soupless run. We found the soup. Maybe this place has 2 soups. Let's... Well, so far no gun, but we did find soup, so... At least there's that. Thick wolf spider, if I recall, that's not bad either. And we have a gun. Soup and a gun. Soup and a gun. Soup and a gun. Still no crowbar, that's the last thing. And I would like a revolver. This isn't the best gun for defending yourselves from wolves, but it's it's better than no gun, that's for sure. Soup. We found 1 soup. Soup counter. We have found a soup. You know what? While I'm here, it's gonna start curing those. So I'm probably just gonna spend a day doing stuff in here. Over almost 2 liters of water in this toilet. Man, this place is just great for loot. Just fantastic. Rifle cartridges. Matches. Rifle. Soup. More ammunition. Bunch of peaches. Things that aren't soup. Stump remover. Lantern fuel. Overall, not terrible. Could have been way worse. I'll give it that. Let's search for... Yeah, I don't think I've looked in these drawers yet. Always search under the beds for revolvers. That's where they like to hide. Also, when you don't have to use a knife, it's best not to. usually. Well, now that I have the rifle, I can use these. Make good use of them, actually. I'm gonna eat a bunch of these sort of salty boys while my water's very low. Drier than the Sahara Desert. Darn.
Feels like something is sapping my energy.
Come on. The water can sit there for a second. That needs a repair too. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to head over to the bed, clean the gun, drink some more stuff.
I'm so tired. I could just lay down right here.
Alright. Where are we at? Oh! Nice. Funny number. Oh, and the cleaning skill is 36. So, we should be turning to under 10 minutes pretty soon. Once it's under 10 minutes, I mean, 12 minutes is fine, but oftentimes you'll be like, oh, what can I do in between waiting for this stuff to boil? Cleaning a rifle or sharpening something is usually one of those things that I'll often do. Let's finish cleaning this gun, actually. I'm going to clean it all the way up to whatever it'll get to before 100, which is probably like 97. Yep. Look, I'm tired and really, really, really need a drink. Yeah, I'm about to solve both those problems. Cut it off since I don't want to waste any calories. I always thought it was so funny how, you know, you could max out on the amount of calories and just waste them if you were tricky. So it's like those, in real life, those calories ain't going anywhere. soup. I will cook it and eat it. So, I'm going to read the rest of that book. It sounds windy out there. I like the loading animation for this. Very realistic. It takes a long time and uses stripper clips.
I could use a drink.
Could start a fire and start cooking all that soup. I'm not. Character isn't that hungry right now. Plus, it's not dark yet. Tear some stuff up and then make sure everything's nice and repaired. Honestly, I'm gonna swap this out. Oh, come on. That thing is so annoying. I'll crack that open as well. Takes 3 hours. Probably could have kept it. Because, you know,
Pack is getting too heavy to carry.
looked kind of nice with a thing, but you can't sit on it, so it's kind of useless, you know. It's unfortunate that you can't sit on the benches. Game would be much better if you could. I'm honestly just gonna let that run. I don't need it right now. Plus, when I go to sleep, it's gonna regen completely. Let's see, is there anything I can disassemble with just my bare hands in terms of cloth? Curtains, maybe. I don't really see any curtains. Like I went on another house. Towel. Oh, so did I grab this first? Yeah, I did. Towel.
I'm so thirsty I can't think straight.
Yeah, but you can break down a towel, can't you? Awesome. Break this down. Break this down as well. And honestly, now is when I start a fire. Oh, there's that cloth there that I could have used. Probably will eventually use. Oh. Burn the cache. Set it on fire.
That didn't work.
Darn it. I like that you don't use the fuel, so you just have to worry about burning tinder, which isn't something to worry about at all.
Come on. That did it.
We have a cooking pot right here. So I'm going to set this to boil a bunch of water. Cook. The soup. Cooking the soup. Gonna cook the peaches. More peaches. And I think pork and beans, right? Yeah. And there's another spot here I might be able to use for like either another thing of water or yeah, another thing of water. While I've got the time, you know. It is so nice to just... Yes. Rifle. Gun. I eat the pork and beans first. Because that way I won't lose as much water. I'll save the soup for last. Soup. The soup has been eaten. Now I'm wondering if there's anything I need to do before. Now I'll just click that, drink this down. And then, yeah, we're good on that. Alright, it's time to sleep. The sound of an aurora. Doing buzz buzz. And now to save, I'm gonna grab this,
This gear's starting to slow me down.
put everything that's ruined in here, as well as some sticks. Transfer over a lot of stuff I don't need to carry. while I can remember what it is I don't need to carry right now. I always put stuff that's to go out in some designated location. Like, I don't need to be carrying the stump remover now, but eventually, if this goes on long enough, I would need to use that for reloading ammunition. What's made me down so much? Probably a lot of things, actually. Alright, now here's what we do. I'll quickly drop these, drop this, and this. Interesting, these don't stack for whatever reason. Put this in here and walk out. And to save, walk right back in. Alright, I'm getting really tired. And we're past 3 hours at this point, so we found what we need to find except for a revolver, although I was kind of expecting that. Those can be kind of difficult to find. Did much better than last time. Last time I was streaming, that is. And hopefully I'll be able to stream this again pretty soon, and we'll get to see if I can finally stop fighting wolves with knives. That would be ideal. Anyway, I do hope you guys learned something, enjoyed, and as always, I wish you the best. Till next time.